Today's day 30 of 5 minutes of yoga every single day. And I have been thinking, or this is kind of like my pet peeve, about the benefits of being quiet and getting still, even if it's for 2 minutes a day. I think that most of us, at least I'll speak to myself, spend most of our day in our heads, right? Like in our brains. And it's really hard to come into the body, into the heart, into what we're feeling. And so one of the ways that we stay out of it, at least for me, is that I get really, really busy. And I'm just constantly doing. And I have a really hard time with just being silent, just sitting and breathing. I constantly have music on in the background, even like when I'm walking around. And I notice also, like, every time that I have like a free moment, I reach for my phone. Did anyone email me? Not that many people are emailing me, and if they are, it's usually like DSW with their promotion or Wayfair. And so it's just the things that are outside of us that are constantly taking us out of just being present and in the moment. And so one of the things that I love about yoga is that you'll be in a class, or I'll be in a class, and the instructor will say, like, move your arm in a certain way, and then all of a sudden you feel this whole different feeling in the body, whereas you were in the pose before, you felt one way, and then you just turn your shoulder, and all of a sudden you feel like there's a whole nother capacity to your body. And I feel like that's what happens when we get quiet as well. We notice that there's a whole capacity going on within us. It has all the information we need when we're in indecision, as opposed to Googling stuff or calling friends or thinking about it. Get quiet. Allow the brain to stop. Feel what's going on inside. It's hard, but it's worth it. So join me today. We're going to come into cat-cow, and in the spirit of being silent, I'm not putting on any music, anything in the background. So dropping the belly, tailbone rises, head rises, exhale to round the spine. Again, inhale to drop the belly, tailbone rises, head rises, exhale, round the spine. If you have your toes tucked, flatten them against the mat, press the tops of the feet into the mat. Notice that there's a whole nother feel to doing this cat-cow. Creating a boundary gives us a different sense, a more of a contained cat-cow. Exhaling it out, dropping the belly, rounding the spine, and dropping the belly and coming into downward facing dog. And pedaling out the feet, lifting the hips up towards the back of the room, pressing into the tops of the fingertips, elongating the spine, crown of the head reaching forward. Taking a deep breath in and slowly exhaling it out. Starting to slow down the breath. Taking another deep breath in, exhaling it out. Inhaling the left leg up in the air, and then exhaling it up between the hands. And come into a low lunge, taking a breath over here. Dropping the back leg as if you're in a warrior two, so vertical to the short end of the mat. Bringing the left hand inside the right of the left thigh, and walk the hands forward for a warrior dog. This is a pretty intense stretch, especially to start off the practice with in the morning. Sending the heart forward, so it's like down dog, but in a warrior two legs. Press the legs into the mat, so really strengthening the legs. It's a pretty deep hip stretch. And walk the hands back, coming back into low lunge. Sending the left leg back to downward facing dog. Nice. My hip feels much more awake. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, bringing it up between the hands. Coming into low lunge. Taking one breath over here, taking the right arm inside of the right thigh and walking it out to warrior dog. Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to drop the back heel. Vertical to the short end of the mat. Taking another deep breath. Exhaling it out. Walk the hands back to frame the front foot. Send the right leg back. Downward facing dog. Inhale the right leg up for a three-legged dog. Have the toes and the knees face the ground. Notice how the hips are closed, and now open them up. So this slight movement, but a whole different feel. Closing the hip, opening the hip. One more time. Inhale to close. Exhale to open, and then lower the leg. We'll do it on the left side. Inhale the left leg all the way up, opening the hips, and then closing the hips. Opening the hips on one breath. Exhale to close. One more time. Inhale to open. Exhale to close. Lower the legs. Come down onto the knees. Widen the legs out. And come into a child's pose. Bring the arms all the way back to the heels. Maybe massage the arch of the foot. Taking a deep breath in. Allowing the breath to tether the mind to the body. And come back to Virasana. So in that child's pose, we get to breathe into the effects that even just that one short vinyasa, if you even want to call it, effect that it had on the body. Just allows us to get into the body, close the eyes, bring the palms to heart center, taking a deep inhale, exhale it out.